Well, I don't think that was the kind of type of game people expected, but it was the type I expected. I just didn't expect us to turn the ball over 3 times the first half and put ourselves in a bind. I was proud of our defense, how we adjusted. You know, that's hard when you go into, we had no clue what they were going to do on offense. And we adjusted pretty good. They made a couple third down throws in number 11, and we weren't able to keep them out of the end zone on the first drive, about 9 minutes and 18, 19 plays. That was unbelievable. But after that, we didn't give up any points. And plus, we played well in the red zone in the second quarter. We was down there the whole half with the turnovers and mistakes that we made. But we got better as the game went on. I thought our guys improved. We're not the type, and I've been telling people that, we're not the type of offense we were last year. We needed a change. We needed to be more ball control. I think we rushed for 4 yards a carry. We need to get better at running the ball. They put 8 men on the line of scrimmage, forced us to throw it. And early in the game, we threw one to them, and we weren't doing a very good job with our outside receivers, plus we was dropping the ball. But I thought as the game went on, we got stronger, and the kids built confidence. Nobody panicked. There was a big 4th down play, 4th and 7, that we completed. I think Nate Cole caught it. He had a very good game. But we executed at times like we wanted to, and a lot of times we didn't. We'll have to get a lot better, and we will. First half was, I knew it was going to happen. All these young receivers, you know, they was getting it right in their hands and dropping it. They got to understand they're going to get hit, you know, when that ball hits their hands, and we got to have better concentration. But we got better as the game went on, catching the ball. We spread it around. We had a lot of new guys with the ball in their hand. I thought Hayden played a much better second half. Obviously, throwing that 1 interception, he overthrew the receiver. But Mike, I think, turned it over one time. I forget what the other turnover was. Oh, it was Hayden in the pocket and got hit. Our right guard missed a block. But I would much rather have that type of game than a game, not that we could have beat him anymore, but because I thought they played well. But I think it proved to our guys that where we're at a little bit and what we've got to work on. In some places we got beat pretty bad. In some places we adjusted. Our guys did their technique a lot better, and we made plays. Disappointed on the snaps. We had a bad hold on the field goal. We had all 3 of the guys were different: the kicker, the holder, and the snapper. And when Andrew Gantz went down, we had to move Carter Jacobs to holder because Sam Geraci cannot hold for a left-footed kicker. He's normally our holder, so that kind of put us in a bind. But we need to get all those three guys, or 2 guys, back out on the field, Geraci and Andrew Gantz, and we'll have to wait and see if that gets any better by the time we get to Purdue. But overall, I thought it was a good game. I could tell you we're going to, most of the offense is going to grade out around a C, and defense will rate out around a B of how they played. I thought the effort was great. We played a lot of people, so much room for improvement. I know that was the FCS team, but their receivers gave us big problems, and their former receivers gave us problems. And I thought we adjusted well. As time went on, you know, we were able to make more plays. Questions?
Defensively, was it just a matter of getting used to what they were showing you and making some adjustments and getting guys in the flow?
We had practiced mostly 4 wide receivers, 1 running back, and quarterback, not much tight end. They didn't do much of that last year. And so they come in, and we had a little carryover from our offense because we play a little bit more tight end in our offense. So, but they moved them back and forth. We got some new coverages that we were not adjusting very well when they moved people in the backfield or on the line of scrimmage right before the snap. But after the first drive, we settled down, and I thought our defense did a heck of a job. We tackled better. But, you know, again, as a head coach, you look at the sideline, you didn't see any fear in anybody's face. You had cheering the offense on, defense was cheering them on. Knowing that they turn it over, they're struggling a little bit, and defense had their back, and you know, it was fun to watch in terms of a team kind of gelling together as players, not just coaches. But it was going down 7-6, knowing that we had to fight back. We didn't do very well in the first drive of the second half. Then our defense made some plays, got them back on the field, and we went down and started to score some points. So it's going to be an interesting year of how we play. We've got to get better, obviously, because the teams are going to get better. But we will. We'll get a lot better. And that was a huge night for the young guys to go out there knowing they had to make a catch in crucial situations to get us a lead. And so, a big learning point from the entire game.
You're going to be happy to see your defense force 3 turnovers.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but that's finally, but we're even up 3-3, so we're still even and not plus in that category. We've got to get plus. We want to be that type of team. We probably could have done a few more things on defense than we did tonight, but once things started working, our guys settled down. They wanted to play more base defense, and that's good when players say, "Coach, let's just play. Let's play technique and don't do anything special." First half we blitzed a little bit. The one time we blitzed on a no-back situation on a 4th down, and that was a huge play. But that's something that we've been working on. But it was just good to see us play well in the red zone. We played hard, we played tough, we played stingy, and we tackled well down there. And with those big receivers, I thought that was a huge turnaround for us.
And you thought you should have run the ball better, or you were happy with the run game?
Well, we averaged 4 yards a run. We're going to have to get better. We were very basic with our offense. We're just trying to do, the very basic things to get better at, because you start doing a lot of different things in your running game before you get your base stuff going, then you could be in trouble. So the guys have to believe in what they're doing. We didn't start. We started 2 guys at guard in the first 2 series that never played, and because of that, the other 2 guards were hurt most of the week, and we started those 2 kids. Keith Miner was a defensive tackle in March, and we moved him up to guard, and lo and behold, he starts his first game ever, and he'd never played, and then after 2 series, we got the other guys in there, and it'd be interesting to see how the 2 guys played that never played the first 2 drives, but you can tell we got a little bit better running the ball when we had Darius Ray in the game and Leahy.
Nice start for Devin Gray.
Nice start. I don't know how many he caught, but he caught the ball with his hands. We've been working with that. He tends to catch the ball in his body, and he got open. He caught the ball down the field. He's going to be a good player for us. He's got good speed. He did catch one. We probably should have scored on that first go-round on the other side. Hayden underthrew it. If he'd have thrown a little bit longer, he'd caught the ball. We would have scored on that throw there. But Devin's going to be a good player. Khalil Lewis, he'd had a couple of drops. He's going to need to play better. He knows that. He's down a little bit, but he can't get down. He's going to be one of our big playmakers. So it was fun to see him. But Nate got out there and made the big plays, and he's done that several times over the last few years. So it's good to have him out there and pulling those young guys along.
You got a couple, next game and the game after that, you've got a couple tough opponents coming up. It's a game like this. How does a coach use this? Like, I'm glad we had this kind of a close game.
I wouldn't take everything away, take away the turnovers. Maybe 1 turnover, but not 3 in the first half. I mean, that was like we did last year. Other than that, I like that game. I like the way we played it. I like the way we had to fight back. I like the way we had to play at least for 3.5 quarters. We didn't go out there and luckily get 2-3 touchdowns, and all of a sudden our starters are standing over there, and then we get in the game at Purdue, and we don't have a lot of work. That sounds crazy that you'd like for it to be close, but for this group, definitely we needed to go out there. We needed to play. We needed adversity. We had that. We needed success after adversity, and we had that. And our offense was cheering for our defense in the dressing room after the game, because that's the best that we've played on defense in a while in terms of making plays and building confidence. We've got obviously a lot of room to work there, but a lot of positive things, a lot of positive things. But I'm sure a lot of people are going, we're behind at halftime. Yeah, we're behind, And, but we came back and, we took the ball game over and made big plays and won the game.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
We're outside of your edge.